Oh, he was unstoppable. All right, fist bumps coming in. Looks like we got that first map of the match. It's Mirage, PARIVISION pick. Expecting them to start T-side here. Inferno our second, Dust2 our decider. It's a classic pool.
When I was leaving Krakow, I shared a ride with malbs, and he had his dog with him.
Oh.
Very cute dog. That's really all I have to say
It's the only
about
takeaway.
malbsMd. One of my OG favorite players.
Yeah. Did you
I
know
always
he learned
loved the way he
Portuguese
played.
to join Team 1?
He did, all those years ago. Multilingual, multifaceted, but really specializes in headshots. There's malbsMd.
And such. Put him in more anchor roles this year. He's looked better for it as well on CT side.
The Guatemalan scream.
Ooh.
It's not a war cry he does before the games.
B split into the stack. Flank coming in. Bomb is con, Harry, you'll notice. Are they getting cheeky? malbs has flanked B, and I can't blame him, but PARIVISION have just pulled the wool over G2's eyes. Natus or nothing.
Gonna nail his first. Oh, and there's the follow-up. Oh, MATYS with the hat-trick. That is a beautiful sequence. Catch on the man, jumping across. Jame can't do a thing. G2 had one guy to rely on in that pistol round, and boy, did he deliver.
What a perfect round for MATYS when PARIVISION completely fake out G2 to the nth degree. They get the A anchor flanking through T-Sport. He goes B apps. PARIVISION get exactly what they want, and they can't get past MATYS. Flick headshot on the third. Despicable shots. All right, G2, come to play, have we? Full Glocks, but actually full Glocks.
The thing I really like about MATYS is he's always down to like play a ballsy round. You know, like a very confident rifler. Here he is trying to spearhead this charge in with the mid-aggression. Oh, Zwei.
Zwei is
He's a tiny little man.
How has this worked? Oh. I like that, though. That's
Tiny man versus heavy god. It's a no-brainer.
Well, we need some big guys to step up here for PARIVISION. First gun round coming out. No AWP for some Pyres yet. Jame with top mid insta. Full exec, triple smoke.
Are you ready for some Pious waiting in at the ninja box? Or will he go overlooked? Hoping to do some big damage. No, kind of fake cleared that, and so now some Pious had a chance to get away with murder. Instead, malbsMd, the one to really lead the charge for G2. He's got MATYS battling in alongside him. And this is what we mean when we talk about a stylistic clash. G2 are a team that are down to embrace the chaos. They try and be very aggressive. They get ahead of that bomb plant. They've got some Pious riding shotgun throughout the entire round, ready to disrupt. And everyone else just playing it forward. I love it.
Yeah, G2 is so much fun to watch. Like, win or loss, playing as favorites, playing as underdogs. So exciting. Not afraid to get in and get involved. Pushing those smokes off of some Pious is cool. Thriving in the chaos. PARIVISION pistols. Another attempt. AXX again. looking to explode into this site. MOUZ, oh! Eclipsed by the Nota Tech 9. Site taken, that's a flick and a half.
Oh, dude, this is delivering already. Some PARIVISION with a full blind flick. Ollie won't be able to stop this bomb plant, so PARIVISION have that to play around with. Tech9's try and work their way up close. Zelo gets out with one. Spam back for Hunter. Are they ready for another player in at the stairs? Looking like a regroup out towards CT.
Gotta go quick, man. Bomb's half gone. They're resetting CT now. PARIVISION, re-smoke jungle. Penny starting to drop, realization setting in as Hunter comes out from spawn fast. It's a default plant. If they clear just one man, they can get on that defuse, but Zwei is buying time, and he has cover from the side. Nota with a double. It's just exits for some Pius. G2 take too long, and PARIVISION get it done with pistols.
You know, I think it's a good example of how you live and die by the sword of the aggression sometimes if you're G2, right? MOUZ hangs out in a very aggressive angle, really about as aggressive as it gets when an AXX being ran against you. No way Jame does it again. No way he just calls this onslaught of AXX to open up Mirage.
All right, why not?
malbsMd D ground though, we said. He's always good for one of these, but not going to be in this round. He's dead straight away.
Blind and burned. Not much he can do there. The Palace pop helps PARIVISION get control, and this third A hit in a row might just force insta-save for G2. They don't like what they see. Good call for G2 just to cut and dry. Cut and run. No point hanging around for exit here. That does mean PARIVISION will make some money at the start of this game. They know they've won this one. There's hands off the head on the headsets. G2 are not even going to try it. So, okay, PARIVISION posing a problem to
just starts
Hunter.
a very interesting mind game early, like right off the rip of Mirage. You know, Hunter is now having to consider, well, surely they don't do it again, right? As they've now been dealt just a collection of AXX one after the other. And I kind of hope Jame goes back for it one more time.
Why not?
Like, if you do it once more, they have to start playing heavier at A. I feel like right now, if you're G2, you could still have some, like, plausible deniability, some angle where it's like, hey, they're not doing it again.
Yeah, is it a psych pause for G2 where they say, look, it's going to look like we're trying to fix A, but we're not going to fix A. We're going to leave it. We're going to focus elsewhere and hope that PARIVISION run into it. I feel like this is the kind of game where you really doubt yourself in this point. You don't know what to call, but let's see what Hunter's cooked up here. A lot of talking going on for the captain. G2 save their guns. They get another shot. Can Jame ruin their economy?
Okay, it's not another A play. Not straight away, at least.
Just later.
Of aggression for some Pius, who has been itching to be involved in these rounds. Had a convincing start the moment he bought this AWP out. Couple of nice shots found in what ended up being a lost round for G2. Now has a big responsibility in this one. He's got a Palace fight in front of him. belchenok nearby. PARIVISION go and take the mid control. They've got 3 players here ready for an A split. Or spam is good. Jame gets dinked. Pius is still waiting.
Con re-smoke, they wanted to go in. Jame gets boosted.
They're going to try and clear Palace right now. MOUZ making a move. There's belchenok dead. AWP now gets freed up to rotate away from Palace. They also see players making it through the connector. Nota with a great catch onto Pius. Next man to face is Hunter, and he makes quick work of them. Backstab for Jame, gets denied. And Zelo thrust into the clutch. Nice way to get the ball rolling. Hunter plays to stop him. And so G2 finally piece it together. They're not dealt one of these A rushes. It's a bit more out there for PARIVISION, and they're able to stay one step ahead throughout in that round.
Jame just needed a couple more seconds of them slowing down in the connector. If they didn't try and swing for the trade, hid in the smoke, that could have been Jame with a double kill on the flank. But already dinked, easy cleanup for MATYS. The double jungle works well for G2, having all that space freed up the clear of MOUZ earlier. So PARIVISION go nowhere. Full buy in. Full default spread across the map. Out under his way. Classic.
Looked like they wanted to group and fight mid there, but maybe they're full commit. Instead, just these two players from short now. MOUZ joining the fray as well. Out through Con, catches Jame on the weapon switch. And just down to two, belchenok and Zelo trying to walk out ramp and Palace. First man's made it past Pius. How do you even get this bomb down, though? Con smoke fades. There's no punish from G2. They allow that plant to come in. Kill for belchenok as he goes on a tear. Too deep, will get shut down. Hunter again provides the cover. Just the guy to stop these clutches coming through.
Loving the form we're getting out of G2 right now. Everybody hitting, everyone called upon, everyone answering that call. Yet to see Heavy God tested inside of B. It's been A every single round from PARIVISION. Arguably, the most reliable piece of this team is Heavy God and his small side anchoring. So going to be no easy task for PARIVISION to break through him. Pius quick cat jump with the AWP, trying to get involved. PARIVISION do look towards Heavy God in this round. Ollie is going to keep Pius passive, but not push him off the line completely. He still has this ladder position.
First time Heavy God will have had to have done anything in this game, like you were just addressing with all these A plays. And so you really want him just to hold the line here, right? If you feel like you can remove B from the playbook, have it not work, that would be so valuable. Gets in behind them, and this is why you've been trying to avoid Heavy God throughout this game. He makes that look so easy. Alone on the B site, 3 players coming his way, and he finesses it through the smoke, gets behind them.
That was so sick, dude. The penny drop when that player clears backside and he goes, hey, must be in the smoke. belchenok has his knife out, pulls gun, too late. Heavy God, 3 kills, walking through his own bench smoke. Beautiful reaction there on the B hit. And sure, made easier by the fact that Pius's pick earlier cleaned up mid. Heavy God just has to focus on his one position. And that's when he does his best work. 3 massive kills, breaking PARIVISION's money now.
And dude, I think, you know, it's one of those rounds where it's like, it would have been fair enough for, I think, a lot of folks there where you've just not really done anything in the game to feel a little cold. You know, you're getting asked to deal with 3 players running at you through the apartments. Those could be tricky rounds, but that's what makes Heavy God so great. Just feels like a real pillar of consistency. Handled it so well every step of the way.
Oh.
And that's such an asset now to G2. Yeah, it's like, okay, they've tried B once. They got absolutely wrecked. No way they go back to it. And G2 are feeling the same. They start with 1-man B, and that man is Heavy God.
Oh, Hunter's ready. It's an important trade to keep the round alive. Jame can just reset and group with his boys. Sway right now yet to find a kill. As Jame gets back on ramp, the exec gets chucked in, and belchenok v MOUZ. Gotta watch out, MOUZ gets supportive util. Able to fight down ramp as a result.
Backstab, well-timed. belchenok on a tear out through Palace. Scaling over the stairs, Sampayas not ready for it, but Jame won't punish. Only now taking the space. Sampayas still back turned here. Maybe moments away from going down. In this 2-on-3. Two players that have been keen, but just out of position. A man down. Money on the line. They're going to concede this one to PARIVISION.
Awful lot of respect when it counts, right? When it matters. A man disadvantage retake with no control. PARIVISION can set up to wherever they want. Jame had a very good position. I think if Sampayas walks through con, he is a dead man. So... oh, that's ugly for Heavy God on the way out. But still, G2 can buy. Holding on well to the half right now. PARIVISION need multiple rounds in a row. Well, the notes go face down. Jame ain't letting us catch what he's up to.
Feels like right now you want to try and deal with belchenok in Palace. He's hit some very good timings on these plays, always willing to make him interesting. It's a fight you feel pretty certain you're going to get. And that seems to be PARIVISION's read of the situation too. They're expecting that G2 try and deal with this guy before he becomes a problem. So they give him a couple of friends to work with in the Palace push.
Ooh. MOUZ just ducks that peek. No one's looking Palace right now. They've got to be careful. MOUZ tries to get to position. He gets a double kill, caught in the open. You could not account for that. PARIVISION. 3-on-4. Sampayas looking to pluck one more. Flash is good. Lets him in. Can't stop that. Bomb can be planted front side, but default is dangerous. Jungle smoke buys a bit of room. Con as well. PARIVISION is really trying to prioritize this plant. Sampayas forced out, is able to survive. There is no punish, and this retake is on.
Flash trying to buy you a few more seconds. Heavy God just plays through the flashbang. Gets out with his. Now it's Jame and Nota side by side, very claustrophobic. That nade is brutal, brings them both low, and they're getting harassed by this utility out of G2. There was some really nice PARIVISION util in that round, all of their flashes hitting their mark, but in the end, the squad that wielded even better in that claustrophobic post plant is the G2 squad.
Yeah,
getting the nade in, getting the molly, you never get comfortable.
They just go so fast, right? They just get, you don't wait to see G2 take 15 seconds to set up and calm their flashes. They just swing out, man. As PARIVISION are dropping nades to each other, belchenok is giving his teammate utility when they're on Tetris. G2 swing out and catch him without gunouts. A couple of times, belchenok has not been ready to fight. PARIVISION trying to do a lot, maybe too much. It's costing them. 7-3. G2 fearless of their opponent right now, despite the form PARIVISION have been in to start this
good
year. Timing
on this short wrap. MATYS to run down straight away. Heavy God tries to back up. Knows the shot's been taken, knows they're out of the apartment.
What?
Sampayas, that's not a shot you were ever supposed to hit. belchenok's just been spammed to death, and Jame thrust into a clutch. He's got no business winning. He's being flanked on short, or through the apartments rather. And two players sat back pretty in the market. Bomb away from Jame. The net is closing, and Hunter the one to deliver the killing blow. This is a runaway half from G2 right now.
That kill looked impossible for Sunpius. I don't know how he got it. Zway's having a rough game. He's down 0-9. That was his 9th death. Can't really be blamed for that. That's just the most ridiculous kill with the AWP. And Heavy God, just love watching him as well. Doesn't overplay, drops a smoke, plays backside, just limits PARIVISION's comfort in B. Even if he's not getting kills, his presence is enough. PARIVISION can't get a grip on this game. Some very fast rounds, all coming up for G2. Hunter with the AWP as well.
And that's the one guy who's been giving you some faith in PARIVISION is Belchanok on these Palace lurks, but he's dead first in this round, and now you're getting feasted on by the AWPs. Man, this is painting a grim picture for PARIVISION. Zway about to go the whole half without a single kill. I've said that to try and curse a kill his way.
He needs it. Jame can't find it. And Zway, kill or not, it will be impactless. The score is going to read 9-3 half. A very strong opener here for G2 on PARIVISION's pick.
And like, this is so out of left field. This is a map that PARIVISION haven't lost this year. It was one of the cornerstone maps of their bounty run where they went on to lift the trophy. Sure, didn't get to see too much of them in Krakow. It was a bit of a disappointing finish for them, but still got a win on this map log there, and they might be about to get absolutely destroyed by G2 on it. There was nothing, you know, that could have expected this type of outcome. G2 all showing up in fighting form. Meanwhile, for PARIVISION, slow start for a couple of players. Jame not really providing. He tried to play the mind games early with those countless A hits, and then the problem he had was, you know, B kept getting shut down convincingly. Heavy God was a monster on that end of the map, and that really only left them with one option. It stopped being a mind game. It became a bit of a prison. Felt like you couldn't go anywhere else.
Beating Spirit, FURIA, and Falcons, letting none of them get double digits at Bounty. And now the reality check as teams are ready for you. PARIVISION hit the wall. Left dazed and confused after their T-side. Sunpius top performer here for G2, not missing a beat on the AWP. Beautiful stuff. 4 kills from Orbs in that last round. And Zway yet to get a kill to make matters worse.
Also, you want to talk about it? What's happening with Sunpius right now?
I had no idea.
He is hitting like the craziest shots.
Yeah, he kind of let them down as well in the Krakow playoffs.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a surprise considering it's not like he's a choker or a guy who struggled on stage. We've actually seen some of his best games in arenas. Think the Movistar run. You even think of his time in Ents. So, having a great start to the day for Sunpius, just knocking them out cold.
I just, you know, it's like Sunpius hit a normal shot challenge. It's impossible. It started with the full blind flick. You remember that one? That was his very first AWP kill of the game. Full blind flick on a guy leaping out of the palace. goes on to give Zwei his 9th death of the game at B with the most ridiculous flick that didn't even look like it was going to hit.
Look at this as well, XX fake. Well, the
Pius just be
smoke
normal
comes
for
in.
once. Oh,
they
and
fully
PARIVISION
bought
are
it.
leaving. They fully bit down on the one smoke fake and a decoy.
So he got a kill, Harry. Oh, James had enough. He just runs in. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This retakes on. The bomb's not even down.
They're playing through quickly, but Pius is still a problem. 2 kills deep. Hunter's wrapping all the way around, so right now, Pius is in this all alone in this site, and the backstab won't come through. Pius, he really is just the final limit, the thing that you can't get past. Looking to round this out with all 4. Hunter finally arrives to help him.
He's just getting in the way.
There's the spot on Nota, they know where he is now. That answers the big problem of this. Tap on the bomb, they'll swing him together. And G2 collecting that pistol. Is this really how PARIVISION get their first loss on Mirage this year?
That's a crazy way to do it, right? Just full W. PARIVISION panic. You don't see that rotate very often, but because G2 don't throw fast smokes, they throw more standard A utility. PARIVISION perhaps just believe it. I think they wouldn't possibly pull a fake like that in a pistol. Leaving the bomb site, they live to regret it. PARIVISION even had man advantage at a certain point coming back into B. Thanks to Jame. Still matters not. G2 break him apart. And a force buy, a desperate force buy here for PARIVISION, hoping the G2 go A. If they don't, this one's over. But if they do, PARIVISION have a hope. They have a chance.
And they're dodging the stack. And the round is won.
Oh dear. And MATYS still might kill them on the way out, so not even getting to save and do this again.
At the tail end of James' time in the VP squad, when we started to see that whole thing come unraveled, like, one of the kind of cornerstones for how these Jame-led teams often play is they're relying on his read of the game. Hang on a second. It would be very G2 to somehow give this away. Okay, it's fine. They're all good. malbs secures the round.
No
but yeah,
saves.
you know, you're relying on James' read of the game, and in this one, it's clear that Hunter's been able to outmaneuver him, right? Dodging these stacks now in the second half as well. That's used to be like the way that these Jame-led games could sometimes get away from you. A couple of misplaced stacks, you never really get the chance to compete, and that might be the story of this second half. Like, they're forcing again till the map is over.
Yeah, don't have a choice. This will be their first loss in 2.5 months. Last team to beat them was Tyloo back in Budapest at the tail end of a very long run from PARIVISION. That prospect of an exciting third map of Dust2 is still under question now as G2 look to take their opponent's map in this series.
Like, and even then, right, you talk about Tyloo with the last team to beat them in 6 months, right? If you go even further back, they lost this map twice. They're 16-2. Hell, if you run it back a whole year, they're 30-8. They haven't lost Mirage in 2026. But we're just rounds away from them facing their first L, and it's not even like it was competitive. There was never a moment where they were truly in this map.
Ooh, okay. There's the B double for Zwei after a very poor game. He's come up with 2 integral kills here to keep PARIVISION in this reforce. Back up top for another.
No way, bro.
Zwei from bottom of the server, triple kill to hold his sight, and this one is over. PARIVISION will live to fight another round. Hunter may as well, but Jame is ready. Right now, PARIVISION just have to be thinking about trying to get warmed up. See if they can find a couple of rounds to feel better about themselves. Hunter will save. Or try to. The first step in an impossible journey for PARIVISION.
Yeah, you know, welcome return to the scoreboard for Zwei. Really had done nothing in this game, had a 0 kill first half. But a very important multi-kill. Well, actually, that's not true. It's only important if it leads to something, Hugo.
Yeah.
A potentially important multi-kill.
Unrealized potential here for PARIVISION. Zwei again tested on this B side. Careful.
Couldn't get gun back on in time. MATYS gonna deliver that opener. And the hero of the last round, first to fall here.
Jame is waiting, he's hoping. Wouldn't expect an AWP here after seeing Zwei do that, but G2 are very cautious. Maybe they do. Maybe they know Jame's tricks. But you can't outpatience Jame. He's been waiting years just to get back to the tier 1 circuit. He ain't going anywhere. Until he goes somewhere.
Oh, he's finally left the angle. Hunter's gotten in through the ladder room now, flanking onto the B site. James rotated out to the short side, and they're walking the apartment's contact. Jay might get caught out in no man's land here. They're closing in, all edges, all sides. Heavy God saves his captain's life. CeeLo trying to close in, hoping to stop that bomb plant, gets shut down, and G2, 12-4, 8 chances to bring this one home. Hand PARIVISION their first Mirage loss of 2026.
You almost can't blame Jame, right? The rotate is awkward. It gets dragged off by a player getting into window, but him holding left side for the market player who wanted to peek first, he just wasn't allowed. Heavy God, full confidence at 11-4, swings the orb, and he catches him looking the wrong way. I'd say Jame made the right play, and it wasn't enough because G2 just don't care at this score. They come gunning for the finish. 12-4 up, looking to end it. No AWP in sight, only one M4 here for PARIVISION. G2 still being methodical in trying to close this game. a split building. That molly, so integral. MABS with the bomb makes it into connector as a result.
Now with a sneak past Belchinok there, and the AWP eventually finds him all the same. Pius providing cover. Double swung from the short side. Might not come to matter. Didn't hear the man drop down in middle, and so Nota will get past him. Deagle delivers. Heavy God left in the clutch, and he's seen a leg out towards the spawn. Spotting Con, swing from Zelo, and an unlikely round from PARIVISION.
Out of nowhere, I think that's 3v5 off the trade, so very quick back there for PARIVISION. Not too sure how that even happened. G2 have so much room in this game, it is no cause for concern. However, not so much money. Hero AK, 2 Galils, forced. Not a bad nade at all. Oof, Sway, confident fight despite the game he's been having. Moves that AK early.
You want to regroup, join up with Heavy God out towards this A site. Do have enough util here to try and throw in a set piece. This is where Jame is a very frustrating guy to play against, though. He scoped up almost instantly as soon as B goes quiet and actually takes an aggressive line on the AWP. And so PARIVISION already know that the apartments are clear and that G2 have gone back. Right now, they're going to direct their attention to clearing out middle, meaning Belchinok, little window where you won't have the most assistance. Window's looking to close. Zelo tries to force the fight out on the bench side, playing through these smokes. Gets out with a one and done. Belchinok up next. Will be asked for out towards the spawn. He can't hold on to it. MATYS gets past him. Awkward little 2v3, right? Low players on both sides. Jame, the only guy with health. Man advantage for PARIVISION, though. Let's see if they can keep the streak up.
They know both positions. They've got full info. They've cleared the fact that he's still down on the site, and they've just seen Heavy God, even heard him falling back. So this should be simple. PARIVISION just flooding in together. No ammo for Heavy God, but he lines him up. They are sticking the bomb, and there is nothing he can do about it. PARIVISION steal it out from under G2's nose. A lineup for Heavy God is not enough to end this game now.
So damn close, man. But yeah, we play on.
That was terrifying. One bit of util. If Heavy God runs him, he's low health. Many ways that can go wrong. Heavy God.
We have still been waiting for the malbsMd ground.
It's true. No Kevlar though, Harry.
Does he need it? Oh, Heavy God, don't seem to think so. They double swing on Jame, cover provided by Nota.
Oh!
Second time is not the charm for James AWP. It's the rifles trying to keep control over this one. Zelo getting hounded down back in connector. And the next guys arrive out towards the spawn. All three for G2 floating around Con. Nota and Zway get stuck in and catch G2 out of position.
That's G2-esque in the way that first half was going. Just they catch him in a weird position and they don't let G2 make a decision. Like, do we want to go back? Do we want to leave? PARIVISION just swing them pre-plant and drop them in a 2v3. Scary spot to be in. PARIVISION only 5 rounds behind. And even though one mistake, one big entry for G2 could end this map, PARIVISION, it's closer than you may realize to a comeback. 12-4 down. Looking for 8 CT rounds on Mirage.
Oh, they keep trying to get this opening kill on Zwei, who's been very down to challenge from the van. But he's been good for it nearly every single time. After a killless first half, I can't believe how pivotal Zwei has been to this whole CT effort. Delivered the 5v4. Start this one off. Now a short split for this B site. Zwei has been spotted on this aggressive pathing, but it doesn't matter. Another multi-kill from Zwei in defensive B. And now he still gets to be a problem, buying you a bit of time. MATYS and SunPius hope to change the tune, but they're wounded, they're hurting. And SunPius might have played a great game. He's just a shot away from certain death. Jame playing with him, trying to buy time for the Belchanok rotation. SunPius, you would have to be clinical in both of these fights. And caught looking the wrong way. Jame shuts down the clutch attempt from the Spaniard. It's a 4-round game.
It's
really tightening up.
We're seeing all these like 2v4 pulled back by G2 only to lose them. They keep getting into technically close rounds, but PARIVISION, when it comes down to the last two surviving, clean them up. Zwei, how did you go 0 and 10? And now he is 10 and 5 in this half. 10 and 6 maybe now. He's had an excellent recovery. And it may start to matter, Harry, as G2 pistols running out middle. They make it into connector as well if they want. Break on the smoke, just missed that spot. These rounds can be scary if you don't watch your gaps. MOUZ jumping shot. Hunter follows up off the boost.
Yeah, knife was pulled on Nota. He was caught in rotation. The window boost really might serve them well. Zwei again going to win his fight over here towards B. James just moving in to help him. That's info for G2 at least. They know that this B site is where PARIVISION have stacked the deck. Belchanok remains as the only A site player. Gap trying to be closed here on the move out towards shore. And with Belchanok run down,
that's it.
Going to come down to the retake here. A man down for PARIVISION. And with Zwei cancelled out, it falls to the captain. 1v3. And this comeback, this streak of rounds for PARIVISION, trying to remain competitive on their map pick, on their home map. It all comes undone up against the pistols unless Jame can do the impossible. 1-on-3. Closing in, 5-7, shut down, and PARIVISION are handed their first Mirage loss all year at the hands of this G2 squad.
A very well-earned victory for G2. They do have to scrap for it on the T side with a few rounds down the stretch for PARIVISION, but that opening half, Harry, that defense from SunPius, flick shot, got shot through some smokes as well. So hoping that they can just strap their head on here and give us a better game from the offset. G2 likely going to start on T side, to be honest. That's where I'd want them to start. Setting the pace, setting the precedent, keeping the pressure on after a nice, clean enough victory on Mirage. So what's Hunter and Saw got cooked up on this T half? Let's find out. Pistol round, map 2. Let's take note of what PARIVISION are up to on a map that they've managed to avoid playing at the top level this year so far.
Leaving a backdoor open with Heavy Guard still roaming out in mid, but the rest of G2 look at Banana. Well, the back door is closed. And James actually going to insta-rotate out when he sees Heavy Guard trying to encroach on the long space. Made him suspicious straight away. Good kills for Hunter and MATYS. Looked like they were going to get locked out of the B hit. Now it comes down to a retake. In this 3-on-3, James the first man on the scene.
High-low. He pre-aims it. He's ready for the setup. Isolator fight and no trade allowed. Hunter has to do this late instead. Re-swings back in. Jame does it once more. Doing it all right now. MATYS 1v2. He's gotten out of the site. PARIVISION don't have a kit right now. Is he going to call the bluff as they tap that bomb? He doesn't believe it. They run back to the site. They try it again. They think he's wrapped around, but back turn. He gets him off the defuse. Damage done. Full stick. He just needs one shot on Sway, and Jame does not let it happen. Fantastic cover from the captain of PARIVISION as he comes through with 3 kills, 4 kills in fact, and the pistol for his squad. Sway on 1 point of health. MATYS just couldn't finish the job.
That's maybe the most frustrating 99 damage dink you're going to see. You know, if you get that kill, you win the round.
Straight up.
Nice to see Jame coming in good form to open things up. Wasn't really much of a factor back on Mirage. Force buy for G2 though, they're not going to let you get too comfortable here, PARIVISION. Good nades. malbs's round is already over.
Oh, that reload. Heard it. They walk right through. They don't look for him, though. They think he's disappeared. Jame comes right back, and even his death is not in vain because his team have picked up the kills in the site. MATYS 1v4.
Flanking players even got a whiff of MATYS crossing, so everyone is just eyes on the short position. Well handled, right? That's a force buy. You get out with 4 players standing, only losing Jame in the process, and it took a lot to deal with him. It's a good look to open things up here for PARIVISION, giving you a bit of faith in this Inferno after all. That was them versus the Force. The next one should be free. There is a bit more put into this round than maybe you're expecting, but Jame getting stuck in early in the apartment, stopping the spillover. Those double SMGs put the fear in G2. And they use their util, lobbing it out for an A play, wanting to get away with a bit more in the apartments. Hasn't really left them with any type of plan B.
Just one flash to retake top banana. If you save it for the site, you might never make it that far. Oh, bit of a spot. Notice it gets back with the nade. Junkie. This flash against 2 players. They jump through the smoke, doesn't even get out. It's too late. Zelo's killed them all. 4 kills. The flash never even makes an entrance. PARIVISION 3-0 up with 5 alive. Full control.
All right, come around now for G2, and you don't want PARIVISION streaking together rounds right off the top. You do have a Jame to worry about. Everyone else taking this as a bit of a bonus round.
James coming back to B. Early nades avoided. Retake util will seize back banana control PARIVISION, even swing with it, staying active on the CT side. They're going to set up here. Nota might eat nades. He's been caught over the top, but Nota's fine to take one with it. MOUZ, big trade. Without that, the round might just be dead. Jame, lovely shot. 4v3, where they need Heavy God to find a kill here and now.
He's gonna get his. Wasn't ready for a re-swing out of Zwei on the apartments angle. And even having to slow down and go back and get this bomb, well, the window of opportunity that Heavy God maybe opened up closes quickly. Hunter's hoping to get tricky with this in the 2 versus 3, walking that bomb back through Banana. Curious if MATYS is gonna try and make some noise here. Feels like he has to. Hunter lobs in that smoke. It forces one player out of position. So the fight now for all the marbles is MATYS versus Zwei. Jame even moving back over on this AWP will be in position in time. Noise now heard by Zwei in the site. AWP on the angle. Zwei ready to play in response. And PARIVISION never bit down on that fake.
Yeah, looking very comfortable indeed on Inferno. Does feel like a very Jame map, doesn't it? Just being that rotation piece, being everywhere and nowhere with the AWP at the same time. Getting to play as much util as he wants, as they leave little stashes all over the map for him. Jame full control. No weak link here in the PARIVISION armor. G2's pistols here and are taken. Nota won't overdo it as the break comes in. And hoping someone can just find a 5v4 right now. Heavy God might have to be him.
Jame knows that G2 like these long wraps. He's been posted on these long sight lines whenever he's given the chance to. Nota even here to lend assistance, and Heavy got dealt with. Now you see Nota, you know that B site's a man down. You're gonna try and pick up the pace here and go running into Zelo. G2 react quickly to the info, rotate start to come through, and Zelo buying plenty of time with that double kill. Boost up, spawn side nets Jame another. And Sapias has nothing to do. They simply charge at him. This is a very different look from PARIVISION between the maps.
There. You can't park there, mate. 4-on-1, he just runs through the smoke. It's the X factor of PARIVISION, where sometimes they just catch you with your pants down. G2 getting humbled a little here on Inferno. From a PARIVISION that have warmed into the day, shall we say. Because remember how they started Mirage? It was cold, literally for Zwei, 0 kills in that first half. not just a new map after a reset. It's a warmed up and ready to go PARIVISION, raring to go. 5-0 lead. None of these rounds getting particularly close since the pistol. Some pious AWP. Wonder if he'll even get these kind of fights though. It doesn't feel like the fights at PARIVISION are looking to give away right now. Jame is playing rather passive on long side with this AWP. Round after round. Pit site crossfire established early. That is one thing interesting. PARIVISION have not really been fighting brackets. They've not been porch or long looking for these early engagements. When G2 start to realize that, they can take more control with less util. They're still doing their due diligence right now, but PARIVISION pulled a fourth player over. Zelo playing retake with a lot of utility on B. G2 do look like they're coming in though.
Played out. Jame lives up to his half of the bargain. Now, it does concede long, and when you see Jame in the feed, he's often the guy watching this part of the map and trying to take that space now. Is G2. They've got two players in behind enemy lines here. Nota tries to get gun on, gets that spot at least, and so now PARIVISION know what's happening. They still lose Zelo straight away. Gonna need a multi-kill from Nota if you want to survive the night. Good flashbang. He had three players trying to charge him down there, even wasting a couple of seconds, allowing his teammates to get closer out towards the spawn. All of them get kills, a flurry of them come through in seconds. PARIVISION claps down upon that B offensive. G2 had all the room they were looking for, but none of the results.
Yeah, Nota gets that info on the on the CT wrap, and that feels like the round as soon as he gets that spot, because all of PARIVISION, who are hunkered down inside A on default, just start running, and the gap is closing. G2 have nowhere to go. They need the entries. Only one kill back into that B bomb site, and PARIVISION are all there. MOUZ even died after time, so he has no money. As G2 try and half buy. We're looking at a 7-0 lead right now for PARIVISION, right there for the taking. I said PARIVISION have avoided playing this map as of late. Well, maybe other teams have been avoiding them. G2 picking into this, living to regret it right now. This is dangerous for Zelo. He's got bomb at his feet. They have to come through, and so they do. Trades are good. Jame is still here, staying active. Teammates covering. Jame 11-1. Oh, he's just going to get off the angle. Doesn't even fire. Getting run at right now. AK picked up. Jame finds out a hidey hole. Flank contained. Heavy got 1v2. What's he got?
Jame is playing this very smart as he physically can, not leaving it to a straight-up fight. Now, Heavy God, it's a guessing game as to where these final two players are. You've lost the info on Jame. Smokes down to try and give the illusion that he's crossed in, and Zwei gives him the fight he's been so desperately looking for. Heavy God on his way to the clutch. Jame is here very, very quickly. And I was going to say maybe faster than you're ready for, but I wonder if Heavy God heard him there. Wrapping the long side, doing so quietly. It's not a move that Jame's anticipating. Oh, it is! Turns on a dime and deals with him. Clutch denied. Rounds keep racking up for PARIVISION as Jame puts on a clinic.
That was so well played for Jame. It's not just how fast he rotates as soon as Zwei gets spotted. Kind of playing for his downfall, knowing he's retake on B anyway. And then the second the Heavy God, Jame clears short at 8 seconds. and then turns as Heavy God comes around the corner, knowing that if he's short, there's no time. He has to be long. He has to be trying to go for the kill. Jame turning just on time, of course. 12 and 1 on him. Zelo 10 and 4. G2 contact.
It's a very important spot for Nota, right? Zelo would have just been on the chopping block. He even follows up that early spot with the opening kill.
Notice the info king right now. Whoa. Wait, what?
Oh, dear.
Nothing's going right, huh? Nothing.
Well, now the shoe's on the other foot, man. This was PARIVISION's first half of Mirage.
And it does not fit right now. G2 just can't get a grip on this game. I like the contact B play, but again, yeah, as you said, Nota jiggling there, gets info, primes his teammate, both of them take one with him. Zwei covers on A at the same time, keeps Jame alive.
What's going on with these crazy B stream games today?
Just dominance.
Jame 12 and 1.
Wasn't part of my calculation.
Come on.
And the thing is, you can't say G2 haven't gotten into good positions. Like, they've gotten really close. They just haven't gotten into any post plants.
The idea with the pistols, a fast A play. All right, that's not bad. MATYS in with an opening. Zwei ready to rip it away, though. Early advantage means naught as they go into the crossfires.
Hello?
They knew where he was. You just killed him.
Apparently not.
But,
Apparently not. Communication is breaking down, Harry. Communication breakdown.
Someone help, I'm having a communication breakdown.
It hath broken.
Okay. Well, this one wasn't what you expected.
I'm just kind of impressed, but I also don't, I don't really have a remedy right now. G2, wherever they go, they're getting dry picked by the AWP. They're not killing players who have their back turned to them. At a certain point, you need these entries. They're getting given mid for free. They know, they realize that. They know this. They just walk up short in multiple rounds and still don't get the kill. We're gonna need a doctor in here. Someone's deep in G2 right now. Just clinically done. It's not even flashy for PARIVISION, it's just consistent. Okay, this is the most aggressive round yet. Can they get out of it? Yup.
Flash at the half wall dodged by the defenders. PARIVISION swoop in after the fact that that's malbs's round over. And decides, screw it, I'll do it myself. Goes running right into the Jame AWP. James still only one death to his name this late in the game. That nade could find another. And it's not like James playing scared in these moments. The scoreline does not reflect it. He's barreled through the smoke.
Bomb is trapped. MATYS gets traded. Top mid, you weren't ready for that. So Heavy God tries to get that bomb.
At the 1v1 for Heavy God. Lost this to Jame last time around. He got out-positioned thoroughly.
Okay.
This time Jame plays it forward. That smoke will allow the bomb pickup, and Jame doesn't hang around. He's quick to get out of there as he tries to get ahead of Heavy God once again in the clutch.
Okay, Heavy God. He's made the right read. It's 50-50 really to a point. Walks through the smoke. Can't overcook this. No time to overcook this. Just has to stick. Listen positions. Check some corners. Put that bomb down. James going to realize as soon as that molly hits the ground. Dangerous bomb plant. Jame comes back. This is a truly difficult clutch now for Jame. He's only got a pistol.
He's dropped the AWP on his rotate over, not wanting to give it to them right at the tail end of this half. It leaves him with just the Tech 9. James skirts on past Heavy God, makes it into the site. Does have util to work with as well. Gun retrieved for Jame. Tap on that bomb, and he's got to hit it the first time he's given the chance to. Miss spray on Heavy God. Defuse now being held, and Heavy God closes in. Finally a round for G2 as Heavy God gets his revenge in the Jame 1v1.
Craziness, pure craziness, but well played for Heavy God. Finally winning out a clutch here for G2. Finally winning at a round. Finally killing Jame. 14-2. A lot of firsts here, or seconds, for G number 2. And now they need these last couple of rounds just to feel like they got the chance. PARIVISION perfection on this CT side. Oh, he's not missing, man. What are you meant to do? This is peak Jame.
You're also just never sure where that orb's going to crop up. The amount of times they've faced it over towards Long and the B site. And of course, Heavy God trying to change the routes he's taken a little bit on these lurks. Runs into it again, this time in the apartments. It's just had his number in this game. Now, Jame has sent a third player over towards that B site, thinking they're going to try and get away from the orb. He's even rotating out of position himself to go and check Long. So for now, it's Zwei alone down here in the pit. Jame can support him, but he's got to withstand the first fights. And Zwei will churns through the apartments push. So MATYS is dead. PARIVISION, they've all but won on Inferno.
Yeah, basically GG, right? It does feel like it. Sure, clutch is nice,
but to G2?
I don't know what happened to Jame. What did he do in the halftime break? Did he go in the bathroom? Came out a new man, Harry.
Like also, I know some of these rounds have been really rough to look at. Don't get me wrong, those are nice shots from Zwei, but you can't really say they made it hard for him.
Dust2 gives him a little nod of approval. But yeah, you're right. That felt too easy for Zwei to get 3 body shot spray downs. G2 out of steam. Not a single player in double digits here on round 12.
I've seen more steam in the Epic Games launcher, bro. Like this. Yeah, this is feeling rough.
James coming.
Leaving it to a B play.
All right, only Zelo here. Needs multiple kills.
It's grouped. It's in your face. Let's see what G2 can do. Zelo just insta-ducks back to play retake. PARIVISION, no, they don't need to risk it all on a difficult fight out towards the coffins.
It's a hard round now for PARIVISION, dare I say. Reblock coming in, final bit of util down here for G2. It's going to be a spawn fight. In come PARIVISION, their hardest task yet.
A lot of time ticked off this bomb, so you're really leaving it down to the wire on this retake. Want that first flurry of kills to go your way. MATYS and Hunter keep things is interesting, and with time so low, you lose that ability to be cautious. It's all a bit chaotic here. Hunter left in the clutch. Can't stop it.
No.
James got the cover, but the round just eludes PARIVISION. G2 have got 2 rounds to work with on their map pick.
That was a couple of seconds away from the win there for PARIVISION. That was way too close. They got the kills, they had the cover. They just don't have the clock. Very nice try. Good to see them. Even, you know, it's a Pyrrhic victory, Harry. Sure, they lose the round, but morally, they won the round. Spiritually, G2 have to embark on one hell of a comeback here on their map pick. May I remind you, that decider is Dust2, and it is a great map for PARIVISION.
I just can't even believe we're here.
No.
Like, this feels so absurd. Yeah, this was G2 that just broke the win streak of PARIVISION on Mirage. Everyone was in good form. Pius 20 kills, MATYS 21 kills. Looking fantastic too, like on the eye test, you know, looking really dialed in. Some sick flicks for Pius. No one was underperforming, no one was struggling. PARIVISION, meanwhile, you go and look at their scoreboards. Way finishes up top of the board, which was surprising because he had a 0-kill first half. He was nowhere to be found on map 1. They pull up to Inferno, a map that you've barely seen PARIVISION have to play.
Well, if you can win any map from any score, you can certainly win a series a map down. PARIVISION, a comeback team. Look at these scores. 17-3, 15-5, 14-6. PARIVISION are running towards the finish line.
Good opener for Pius, at least. He's brought down low to the Glocks that are spamming him. He still gives you another kill. That's got to be enough.
Sure.
Huntua spitting on that thing. And it's just away.
Okay.
Oh, they're so back.
Are you buying? Are you buying in low?
I'm getting in at the ground floor. I'm getting in
it's ever been.
Ground floor. G2 comeback. Let's go, boys. Pistol round picked up. It's got to start somewhere.
Dude, if PARIVISION can do that stuff on CT, what are their XX going to look like? I feel like I'm going to see some triple molly, old school Astralis, Fnatic, Chicago antics here. Not here, on the full eco, but very soon.
Fnatic Chicago, I feel it. Let's go. Maybe they can do it, Hugo. I don't know who they is.
Who is they? Yeah,
someone's going to win this game.
Someone has to win. When we cut away all the overtimes. You know, I'm wondering, Harry, when are we going to get the... Do you ever think this? The eternal game. The game that never actually ends. That,
This could be it.
No, you know, that one day there'll be a pro match. That,
Oh, what's Way playing? Shh. He's doing Baby Shark, a classic. This song released when Zwei was 5.
Probably.
What are they doing, man? Why are these guys such trolls? Look at them all, man. PARIVISION, you trolls! They're playing Fruit Ninja. They're doing the stanky leg down in the tunnel. They're playing Baby Shark in Spawn. What next?
Harry, one day, I'm telling you, there will be an eternal game. And what I mean by that is there'll be a game...
What is his point? What's his bit?
Just let me finish my sentence,
go on,
okay?
go on, go on.
All the clock kills him. Oh, they got
Yeah, go
There'll
on.
be an I was trying to do it over the eco, okay? You're talking about bloody Fruit Ninja. Anyway, there'll be an eternal game. It will go on forever. There will be so many overtimes that one team will just give up at a certain point. They'll have to. They'll need the bathroom. We'll have a break. We'll have another bathroom break. There'll be a catering break. We'll come back. There's a delayed game. There's a team sitting there waiting to play the last match of the day. We'll have to postpone it to the next day. That's how long this game will go. It will be 150 rounds. When is that going to happen?
I don't know, man.
It needs to happen. It will one day happen. Just some food for thought. Some fruit to slice. Now Harry with the weather.
Blood is not cooking, man.
Okay, yeah, blood's cooking nothing, but yeah.
Blood, you think you ate? You're starving.
I want the eternal game, and I want it right now.
Although, here's the first gun round. This one will really give us the feel as to whether or not this gets to close up. All right, PARIVISION, they have mid. And they might just explode. They've got a lot of rounds to play with. If you were ever going to throw in just a mad, you know, let loose, play fast, this is surely the time to do it. Pius going to stop the first man in, can't follow up. He's got Heavy God here to provide assistance from the apartments. Spam connects, Hunter here to lend a helping hand, and PARIVISION get destroyed on the short run up. A flawless round out of G2. And the gap continues to close. They are so back.
That's the thing about comebacks. You don't know you've thrown your lead until it's too late.
Pius taking a pick down through mid. Interesting. Doesn't hang around.
Yes. Ah, yes, I know this.
A high IQ smoke.
Nice nades. Get them.
All right, MATYS. You might have your work cut out for you here, buddy. There's a lot of them. There's one of you. And never mind, they're leaving. G2 bit down on the noise. They bit down on those footsteps hard.
Oh, this game's over. Dust2.
PVISION. Through the eye of a needle. Up in the top mid. It's only Heavy God down in the pit. Only Heavy God. One guy versus the world.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's awkward on the spot. Great shot to make up for it. And the follow-up for Heavy God. But two might not be enough. Needs even more. And he's not crumbling. Heavy God delivers. Stands tall with a 3K. PARIVISION thought they'd found this golden window. It's massive timing. Now the bomb trapped on his way in the pit. He can't go anywhere. His teammate dead in the sight. Surely it's only a matter of time. Zwei silenced by that AWP. Heavy God with a stellar hold.
Considering he's caught out looking the wrong way, what an adjustment. 3 kills for Heavy God on his own. That would have been sight control, gun, nade, bomb down, everything PARIVISION could want. And Heavy God, that's why you trust him as the solo side player on a full rotate to B. But it was only an eco Harry. PARIVISION come back out with guns. It never gets easier.
Here was always going to be a challenge for you though, Hugo. Jame was instrumental in that first half, and Orphan on this T side, it just isn't the same. Pius is now the one getting a flex, getting to stretch his legs a little bit on the AWP. Jame, not much of a factor for PARIVISION.
Long setup. MOUZ has to be careful. 4 and 13, he is the one quiet player, really quiet player for G2. Gets out of banana in time. And I get to throw this smoke, and he should definitely consider it because they are running in.
Made it through. malbs going to connect one on the spam. Still alive here at the back of the site. We'll have teammates nearby to try and offer us some assistance. Flashes are golden. And the last man spotted getting whittled down. G2 continue to close the gap with another flawless round.
Why are
and
these
it's the
rounds so clean?
frequency of these flawless rounds that's really starting to put the fear in PARIVISION.
Yeah, it means that even if PARIVISION break through a 1, they're still going to have a hard time to close out on this D side. You bought in on the ground floor.
I did get
right
in
now,
so early.
The investment might just pay off. 10-7. 3-round game. PARIVISION timeout. First time they felt like they needed a break. Money at half.
I mean, surely this doesn't
Surely
happen.
not, right? Surely. But what if?
Surely not.
Have you considered that it might?
It certainly could. These rounds can sometimes be liberating. You come through, low buy, couple of tech nines, you play something grouped, you play something together. It forces you to throw good util. You're not wasting anything here in a round like this. Got to be considered, but chaotic.
It's a fine line. Can PARIVISION walk it?
The AWP misses there. It can really let you down. Some pious, important shot to hit. Now they're allowed to just back away, go through the motions, fall into safer angles here. Even ready for another man out of Palace now, or the apartments rather. It's cleaned up. Hunter delivers his multi-kill as everyone's getting their time in the limelight for G2 on the road to this comeback. They were 10-2 down.
And another 5 alive round.
Dude, how
Hey.
many of them have there been, Hugo? I'm freaking out.
I've lost track. I've absolutely lost track. There have been 3. And 1 with only 1 death.
Yeah, 4 if
There
you
have been
include the
4.
pistol.
There have been 4.
4 flawless rounds, 1
And
4
1
alive
death.
round.
Yeah.
They've had more
Ooh,
flawless rounds than not.
Terrifying. malbs, you crazy boy. They smoke the molly, they go right back in. That's a lot of util burn for G2 for no result. PARIVISION have no one here. So
Yeah,
maybe
they're
G2 have that info, but that banana smoke means probably don't. Rotating
some
round,
Pius
some
delivers.
Pius has been a beast.
Yeah, he's been waiting all game long to get into this CT half, have a chance to wield the AWP. Defensive side, gets to pick and choose his battles, and he's immediately putting it to work. Heavy got burning alive down here in the pit. Able to put it out. Will get spammed. Belchanok with an important 4v4 finding kill. Flick up required for some Pius. He can't do it. Hunter can't hold on. So it comes down to this, a 2v3 retake, but the flank in quickly from G2. If you're dead set on turning this one around now, feels like this is a round you've got to keep the pressure applied in. MATYS and malbs closing in here quickly, here quietly. But a lot of bodies ready to swing and shut down this short side retake. You've got a man in apartments, guy down in the pit. Answay looking on from the site itself. I feel like as soon as you get that contact, as soon as you know where they are, it becomes nigh on impossible for G2 to close this out. Jame plays it forward and shuts down G2 in that retake.
Yeah, quiet second half for Jame, but big double just to force them out. He is 5-0 on opening duels, all of that from the CT side. Some Pius 5-1, 4 of them from the CT side. Still not enough to... What the hell just happened to that boy? Not enough to win this one out. Belchanok goes big mode on the double entry. And PARIVISION break the streak. 6 rounds in a row, crumbles. look what they have to show for it. Jame is even on pistol here. He knows he'll pick something up after he does his nades. Oops.
Okay. Again with the triple B. Full onslaught of util to try and take this position away. Oh, flashback through for malbsMd. And MATYS nearby, meant to be there to support, but instead it gives way to his way. Double kill entry. Hunter hears them running away, and this might bait him forward into Jame. It seems to be the exact idea. Run away after that contact, run away after the entries, see if they give us anything else, but Hunter has not moved a muscle yet.
This is the game.
Comes down to who gives the noise cue first, who gives in to temptation and takes this peek. He goes unchecked, but there's Zelo turning to cover the captain. PARIVISION, map point right there, and G2 in no position to retake in this round. They have the money, they can give this a go.
Well,
but just on positioning alone, I don't think they do it.
It's not happening. Zwei pops off, huge trade and double in banana. And even though Jame doesn't clear it, of all people, PARIVISION have his back. These youngsters have been taught right. From the street to the server to the trophies. This is one of our two 2026 tournament winners right now. And it may have been a bit of a clawback here for G2, but PARIVISION want to set the record straight, end it here with 3 in a row.
Terrorists win.
A 6-round CT side haul here for G2. Might matter not come to the end of the game. Whoa. This could be the eternal match, Harry. Could be the never-ender. PARIVISION want to finish it right here and now.
And I think this poses a bit of a problem for G2, who have liked fighting for the banana control, but you're left wondering, like, do you want to stake the whole game on playing for that space? Forces them into a more passive setup. They've got retake util ready to come in from Hunter. Deep smoke lobbed in. They're going to try and play in behind this, but the nades bully malbsMd as this gambit of playing for the banana control might come back to haunt G2.
PARIVISION weren't even taking it. They just wanted the push.
Big damage. And yeah, PARIVISION got the exact reaction they were hoping for. And you can even just feel the chaos from this, you know, that's one smoke out towards A, it cancels that rotate, cancels the G2 attempt at the read. It all comes down to this double setup in at top banana. MATYS and Hunter, the game is on their shoulders right here. One for Hunter, one for MATYS. He'll live to tell the tale. PARIVISION don't give chase in time. He's going to get out of there. Rotate of some Pius now arrives. James got a smoke for CT. Gonna lob that in now. Flash comes out for some Pius. MATYS' best move just to play it forward, but he can't convert the kill. Now they're going back with the bomb. Right as Heavy God has left the A site. And so the gap is open. They're gonna link up with Zelo. They're gonna have a plant. It comes down to a 3v3 retake.
Oh, he's got it. Not a second to spare on that plant. Heavy God didn't even believe it. It was so late. And now G2, a hard retake. Low health MATYS, same for belchernok, but that nade for Heavy God, not going to find him unless it's used very late in the round. He is hiding in apartments, playing Last Survivor. Bomb ticks quick. Time eluding G2, PARIVISION. The comeback was here, but it might be stripped all away. There's still a chance. 3-on-1. Jame in the back of the site. He does it on his own. Captain closes the map and takes us all the way to Dust2. 23-9. The multi-kill master, the AWP wielder, the winner of Inferno. It's Jame.
Yeah, showing the youngsters on his squad how it's done, man. What a phenomenal clutch. Just add it to the list for Jame.
PARIVISION on this map.
Let's ask the most important folks in the room how they feel about it. If you're watching along at home, get active in the Twitch chat. I'm worried that we've neglected you a little bit today. We were really switched on.
We've been locked
Ear
in.
to the streets, map 1 and 2, listening to everything you guys had to say. We haven't done a little check-in for a while, so who do we think's taking it? Is it PARIVISION?
Yeah.
Or are G2 gonna pull through?
Ooh. It's me simulating the crowd right there. All right, then we go. PARIVISION T-side start. Decoy in mid, but the real smoke is coming. G2 crunched.
Oh, good flash. Won't beat malbs though. He's a little closer. And to those duel, he's able to stop the attempt at re-clearing lower. Aggression in through upper as well from Heavy God secures you a way out.
Hard to get yourself out of this situation with no util. They've got a flash. They're splitting up. Bomb up Cat. Noto will need a clean kill here. That window is closed. MATYS has just gotten into the site. He's got a lot of cover. Hunter has his cross.
All 5 of our active chatters were feeling a little unsure. It's a house divided on this one. belchernok backstab, trying to give PARIVISION some way to recover. It's surely unwinnable pistol. He will make it by the men back in CT. Spots the drop down as well. 20 seconds left in this though. And not one that belchernok will be able to leave much of an impression in. So G2, pistol round picked up.
Feels like a necessity on CT side. Especially to stop that bomb plant. To stop any kind of crazy force antics. Don't get me wrong, PARIVISION might still buy, but it's just going to have a lot less behind it. No Galils of the sort.
Counter-terrorists win.
James Scout and some pistols. Okay. No.
Oh, nearly the double. Still, it's a great chunk of damage done by Jame. Early 5v4 and a tag to boot. Natus is far from out of the danger zone. Flashed play out in towards mid. Now he is very committed, just handing that kill to Zelo. It's more aggression, hoping to be the answer here for G2, knowing they're not up against much. They'll clamp down on the mid take. Ooh, Zway didn't take the shot. He could have, but he didn't. And instead going to try and deal with Heavy God here by playing out through the window.
Oh,
there it
nice.
is. Closes in on the Glock, puts it to work. Now you've got a 2v2 bomb plant. G2 up for the retake.
It's more of a 1v2 because belchernok's just here to cover. The smoke goes out for doors, but he's only got a Glock right now. He's just playing distraction.
Well, up against some Pius, the Glock is still pretty lethal.
Yeah, you're right.
They'll step him in as the low HP player. And it's got to be malbs to deliver up against the Glock, but one headshot could still end this for belchenok. He leaves it to the swing. Double Glock kill, both the kills in that post plant coming from belchenok on the vanilla pistol.
I did not respect the game right there. I thought Zwei was going to win the round. I didn't think belchenok was going to beat a rifle in a 1v1 with Glock no Kevlar. Just wide swing, disrespect kill. And the Jame scout pays for itself, and then again as his young players get him over the line. Now you've got the orb. That's a sickening round to win. That's not even a force. Top mid push. Oh, nobody look. Nobody look. Look away.
Yeah, shun PVISION for that one.
Ha! Oh, that's the M4 as well, Harry.
Yeah, no gun PVISION for the rest of his team.
No fun. Maybe feeling glum PVISION after that one.
Yeah, none PVISION. Couldn't get anything going with the M4. And maybe just a run PVISION type round for PARIVISION. They've got the man advantage. They're sitting comfortably. Can afford to go quickly here.
Block on the B site. Does that make PARIVISION doubt? They get out mid. Oof, that's a nice shot. B is taken.
They're grouping like they want to go for this. A lot of squads wouldn't even give it a try. G2 chomping at the bit to get involved here. That first kill only going to entice them in further. belchenok feeling pressure as his teammates back in the tunnels are smoked off.
No.
malbs connects 3 on the Deagle, and we've been waiting all series for the malbs Deag to really leave its mark. Well, here it is, stealing back their own force buy in the 3rd round. malbs, 4 kills from the Guatemalan Deagle.
Oh dear, just body spamming as well. belchenok doesn't need to swing there, but he's so scared of players coming through window late that he feels like he has to take a fight. That forces his team into the engagement with him. Oh, beautiful tags for malbs. Clean for the bottom performer of the series, showing up in an unlikely retake. And back to Glocks, so watch out.
Been a very odd series, full of surprises.
That's one way to put it.
Back towards B. PARIVISION, they love this bomb site.
It's true.
Just an interesting note as well is they've conceded the force buy wars, right? They won theirs with an eco in the 2nd round. So they're just like a few $100s better off.
Exactly.
Oh, unless they win this. Noted Eagle. Missed shot from the Sun Pious Orb. Hunter, that is a real pressure alleviating kill to stop the cross out on catwalk.
Sampius has his back turned.
Oh,
no.
Pistol pulled. Notice shut down over on short. And Zwei just got a knife kill.
How? Where?
Zwei's just knifed Heavy God,
How?
hasn't he?
Can we
Like,
pull that up? Has he did he walk the B flank? Did he walk through B and as Heavy God left? Yeah, here. Okay. So he walked through B. I missed that. Incredible. Love that. Love that we're doing that right now. Round 4 sets a good precedent for what this game is going to be. Crazy chaos. What? He walked round from window.
This
Heavy
is
God was
just giving
looking
me
at
more
door.
questions.
I just watched it back, and Heavy God was looking at door, and he walked out window again, like he did with a Glock. And then he walks right past Heavy God on purpose just to knife him. That was like one of the most audacious knives of all time.
There's way cutting through him, cutting through this B site like a hot knife through already warm butter.
Melted. You're just playing with liquid at this point.
Which no one in their right mind wants to do. Think of your kinder.
Think a twist. Okay. Heavy God's AWPing, Harry. That's how far we are. That's where we've gotten to. I know he's done every role, but who asked for this? Onward.
Yeah, just a cat exec here, but we always credit PARIVISION's util on this exec, man. Always feels like it hits the mark. This time MOUZ has been allowed to hang out over towards Goose. Does a lot of damage on that spray, and now they're getting softened up by the nades. Key trade back for Nota, but it comes at such a cost here. Need the individuals to deliver this way. Backstab is shut down. James clawed one bag.
Crossing in. Collat was right there. Nota one taps. How the hell is this going?
Heavy God on that
the
AWP. Not the gun you think of, not straight away when you think of Heavy God, and not able to put it to work in that clutch attempt.
Yeah, he got knifed. He got walked on B too many times. He's like, I'm staring at the tunnels, but it's not known to be a retake weapon. Insane round. 3v4? 3v5, in fact. If you count the trades. I don't know how Nota gets that cross kill so quick. PARIVISION will clutch out. What the helly? Safe to say, everyone's poor right now. No one has money. Traded rounds on cheap.
But Hugo, that poverty can breed innovation. You ever tried to make a 4-pack of ramen last a month? There's layers to this.
What ingenuity
Oh, there's
can
not.
G2 bring? Oh,
There's no ingenuity there.
Heavy's got, Heavy God, he is a rock, but he is running into the boulder smasher.
He is the anchor, dragging them down.
No.
No,
He's keeping the ship in place. The issue is the ship wants to move, Harry. So
No,
I guess
I mean,
that's the same thing as you.
Yeah, you did. Heavy God, you know, we love this guy. He's
going to get abused, is what I'm saying.
He's
gonna get
been
abused. By the
good
way,
in this series.
Look at this. They're not planting. They're hunting. They know they've won. They are holding. Look at this way. He's got his hands off the keyboard. He is waiting the entire clock for PARIVISION to kill everybody.
Let's wait a little longer.
Let's wait 6 more months.
I
love this.
Maybe I misunderstand.
G2 are going to get impatient.
Aren't you actually meant to go hunting?
Yeah, it's just like out long doors. It's rough.
Hoping that MOUZ has TikTok brain.
Probably a good guess. Eventually they'll put it in. I love that. Do you think like Jame called that he felt he hit Heavy God on the cross and that's why they rushed? Because that was just full W into B. You know, sometimes you just had that feeling, Harry. You've hit him.
Terrorists win.
All that waiting, and they don't even bloody hunt. What a waste. You know, PARIVISION hoping to punish a mistake. They don't get given one. G2 save what little they have. Because keep in mind, guys, PARIVISION also want to build their money. They don't want to throw players through long doors. That would have been a death sentence. So both teams keep something. PARIVISION try and take the lead.
Oh man, this is starting to feel a bit rough, innit? You've seen bug bombs with better B defenses than this.
It's good.
It's just been a consistent hole that PARIVISION have been able to exploit, not even necessarily using it to win every one of these rounds.
And they're just leaving Heavy God alone as well. He's not getting much support.
I think PARIVISION know they've taken short. Ready to deal with it. PARIVISION are really, really good at extracting maximum info. I know like some of these rounds have just been feeling based, walking through. That's the nature of the trusting the Jame reads, trusting the individual reads, but in this round, they're so cautious there. They force G2 to make the play first before they commit to anything. Hunter does still lie in wait as the nasty surprise, but not that nasty. Actually quite welcome.
Terrorists win has been flanked.
Brutal. Heavy God probably feeling like he's just not getting to play properly. Wonder if he'll get any help in these follow-up rounds. Fatamas, poor guy.
Oh, Jame with some balls to run it all the way down through mid, but not expecting a challenge. And as a result, you've got Catwalk very, very quickly, way ahead of your usual timing.
Will they walk
getting a bit of a feel for this, but decides to not take the space straight away. Instead, just holding onto the Catwalk, providing that little safe cubby for his teammates to move into, and now he's got 3 of them with him.
I have a more standard round here. PARIVISION have to decide between mid to B or cat hit. Bomb very late to get picked up here. B is the port of call.
Oh no, come on, Heavy God, man.
Heavy God, no utility, no support.
Utility, only as a FAMAS, fully alone.
Good luck. I don't know how you win this, to be honest. I don't think it's possible. MATYS coming in. He has a molly. There's your solution. There's your hope.
They'll lob it in early. Only one man ahead of it, so the offense has been split in half. Heavy God deals with that first player in. There's the support, but the mid-crunch links up on a great timing.
Oh.
Get yourselves into a 3-on-3 here, G2, and they've got a decision to make. Do they want to risk their money on this round? There's a world where this is one of the better spots you're in this first half. You just won't know till you've already made this decision.
And it's not a great spot. No kit right now.
Gonna have to move quickly, and it's all dependent on this opening kill. If you can secure the first, try and steamroll, snowball your way through, maybe there's hope. But no one is giving you a fight. No one's making it easy for you. PARIVISION pick and choose their moments very, very carefully. And they're in full control over this T side.
Very impressive round again for PARIVISION, right? Down 2 men. Very quick trades. one player isolated out tunnels. It's not like it goes to plan here for PARIVISION on this B hit, but they have so much space on their double smoke mid to B. And you see PARIVISION always use the double smoke when they're going mid to B. That's because two reasons. You don't want G2 to pop open the CT smoke and see you, but you also don't want them to look over the smoke. That second smoke on the left side of mid lets PARIVISION come up mid to B safely. They find both those trades very efficiently, and G2 have no kit, but they feel like they have to go for it. And so 3 alive in that post plant from a 3v5, they win it easily. G2 back to pistols.
Try and close in on malbs. The Eagle shuts down the first player. PARIVISION spotted a number of dudes out here towards the short side. malbs is actually looking like he wants to get aggressive on the back of that opener. Smoke block. That molly getting extinguished has given that away at least. malbs D ground might be a requirement here for G2, but he won't get to fire off. Pius dealt with after the first. Just another really well-timed split here for PARIVISION.
I just want to save that AK, to be honest. No, you can't win this round. It's going to have more value in stopping the next. Jame picks back up his orb. G2 getting thrown around the ring right now.
This was always the worry about Dust2 as the decider, man. Like, Jame has such a brain on his shoulders for this map. The whole team is fully bought into the method. It's these slow, punishing execs. You never know where they're going to end up.
And
whenever they do make their play, dude, the timings are so spot on. Like, there's never a player, you know, going a little too early or a little too late, missing their chance to have their impact. It all just comes together beautifully every time.
And I said G2's win condition was shooting their way out of this game. I just don't know how you do at a certain point. You need a lot of things to go right. You need Pius to have his orb. You need Heavy God to actually be able to hold this B bomb site. Right, we've even seen moments where G2 try and make plays and push top mid, and Pius whiffed. Where have G2 had their success on the map? I couldn't really tell you right now. It's certainly not been in this B bomb site. Another second orb comes out for Heavy God. It doesn't feel like the answer. So here we go. The round that could make this good half great for PARIVISION.
Yeah, you know, the double orb seeming like a symptom still of chasing that early game, but I feel like it's not really a play that PARIVISION have looked to go upon again, right? These Zwei lurks out through the tunnels. Even the fact that Jame makes it down through mid up against the double orb is cause for concern. You know, the thing that worries me about this secondary orb on Heavy God is like, yeah, you know, now you're kind of rooted in place, not taking your eyes off the tunnels. But that's not to say you couldn't do that with the rifle, and you'd lose the multi-kill potential. If PARIVISION do try and head B in numbers, is the AWP really the best gun for the job in what has been a solo hold for him a hell of a lot?
You're hoping you can catch a player before a flash pops, right? You get a quick 5v4, capitalize on a mistake. Oh my god, MATYS gets wallbanged there. Lucky that molly misses.
That would have been the perfect punish. That would have been a 4-on-4. So a bit of fortune there favoring MATYS down in mid.
Okay, they've actually got a B side lean going on with MATYS still here in middle and 2 players on B. This is G2 in the right setup. Oh, Zelo sees that as an invitation. MATYS sees it as an escape route, and Hunter rotates out, guys. It's been a very B-focused game. G2 boosting in spawn is something. Let's see how Heavy God does. Nice.
All right, plucks one away over the top of these smokes. Needs to streak together a couple, though. He's burning alive, living on a timer. Hunter will get there in time. Suddenly, the last man remaining, he's getting pincered through mid and out through the tunnels.
Oh.
And so PARIVISION might be on the back foot. They still claw their way through to a winner.
Nice try,
And
man.
this
for
now
G2.
stands the promise to being a very dominant T side. Those double orbs, they're expensive. They come with a hefty price tag. G2 have never been financially stable on their CT half.
It's just because PARIVISION is so good at trading, 3v5s mean nothing. That's another 3v5 with 5 seconds between that and the next kill. And PARIVISION just do it with ease, burning out Heavy God, trading into B. As soon as Hunter turns to fight Jame, that's when Zelo peaks. We haven't even seen long control, and we won't again. Belchernot gets stuck out on the corner. But PARIVISION, multiple 3v5s in this map. And just a brutal B-side game plan.
It's a really hard team to save against because of how clean the trade work is. You kind of don't know rounds are over until they end.
3v5 again.
Oh! Can't get away. Missed shot for some Pius. Another 3v5.
It's just written in the stars right now for PARIVISION. That kill shouldn't even matter.
Well, look, this is a guy with a bit of a point to prove. Was one of the first strugglesome pieces in the G2 defense. Now it's not really been about Heavy God at this B site. He's largely been left out of the picture, but he's looking to embark on this clutch. The AWP will stop him in his tracks. That's a guy who's just wanting to play the game, wanting to play the rounds, wanting a chance to be the hero, but locked out of it. And so PARIVISION staring 9 rounds dead in the face. This buy for G2 in the final round of this half is far from perfect.
This team really just shows how T-sided Dust2 can be to the maximum extreme, right? You can see games where CTs can roll over T-halves, but PARIVISION always find the weaker position. They always punish the player on their own. And they continually win from man disadvantages. No team does it quite like them. I do want to see PARIVISION v Vitality on this map. It's a matchup we've still not had. 2 best Dust2 teams.
Gotta nail this molly down.
Yeah.
Couple of chances to punish MATYS in this close corner that have never come through because of fumbled util. Won't really come to matter if they clean everything up. Jame has wallbanged MATYS out of the round again. This time completing the kill. Aggression for malbs. Belchernot this time holding for it. He still delivers. Been the one ray of light for G2 in this game. But all that was just to claw back the 3-on-3, and we've been saying they've been winning from disadvantages. This one's even odds. They're picking the right part of the map right now. Reposition for Hunter. Will he get here in time to help out malbs? The molly slows his roll, and so malbs left to fight alone. PARIVISION. This is 9, you'd like to think, locked and loaded, unless Hunter can really catch them by surprise. Now Heavy God arriving in support on short. Hunter keeping pressure on, doesn't let these site players get comfortable. Okay. They collapse down upon that defense before it gets set up. And so G2 find a 4th when all is said and done. It is tight margins on that round coming together.
They do something, Harry. They do something by the end of the half, but it doesn't feel like they've got enough wiggle room in this game. That was a just despicable 7-round streak from PARIVISION. Finally broken, but maybe too late. Very entertaining game from PARIVISION, though. Dust2 always delivering. I am waiting for the day we get them against Vitality and or Spirit. 2 best Dust2 teams. Spirit on virtue of having Donk. Vitality across the board, extremely strong at getting multi-kills in their difficult positions. That's all for later. We'll have to see if PARIVISION can finish the job here, take this win, bounce back and go 1-1 on the day.
I mean, it feels like just an eternity ago now, but remember how this series started with the uncharacteristic flubbing of Mirage. The idea that they just didn't have individuals online and tools away with a killless half. But resilience in spades. Answering back on Inferno and now looking to dominate on Dust2. Pistol round would leave you with very little legwork between you and the win. A cautious B lean. Jame might have opened over at long. The flashes are what gives away the long take. And G2 come through with a hell of a pace.
In the site already, PARIVISION got a scramble. This is decisive from G2, and they've got a lot of space. Plant for long. Some pious P250, but there is a smoke to complicate. Will have to be a 10-second stick here. PARIVISION 4 up cat.
A lot of players in the site still for G2. Didn't elect to try and reposition super heavily on this post plant. Hoping that the crossfires would see them through, but everything's come up for PARIVISION in an instant. MOUZ is getting overrun. Answers back with 3 of his own in the blink of an eye. That defuse being held, leaving it to chance on the jump shot. They're blocking him.
They don't know.
So defuse will come through for PARIVISION. Robbery of a round. MOUZ's best efforts aren't enough. I can't believe he stays alive there. He really gave G2 a fighting chance.
Such a nice try. What was that, 2v4, and he gets a double kill back. Pious kills the covering player from long. All of that is not enough because PARIVISION are 10 seconds sticking in the smoke, and G2 don't know whether they've got them off the bomb or not. The penny drops, but it is too late. Look at this, just running in front of the bomb, bailing his teammate out from the jumping Glock. Dude, the speed of those entry or those retake kills from PARIVISION as well, they just storm out catwalk. An ace between MOUZ and Pious. Still the pistol eludes them. Force Spy comes in.
Gonna try and give PARIVISION a taste of their own medicine with a B play. Smoke blocked out here in middle, but the B site will falter. G2 already in. Damage done onto Nota. They can't complete the kill. Now you're aware that you're locked out. One man has eluded you on this mid to B. Hunter just gonna get spammed.
Okay, 2 kills in the post plant though.
And a little time to get comfortable here. G2, they didn't fan out in that last post plant over on A. This time they take strong positions in the post. Jump up at the window. MOUZ would have loved that kill. Would have made life a damn sight easier. Instead, it's a great flash to begin this retake. Answers back for MATYS and Pious won't matter. PARIVISION, so good at the trade work. It's the fundamentals of this team that make them super hard to beat. They have that 1-2 punch locked and loaded, ready to go, even if the first one comes up short. Just so many numbers, so many bodies being thrown at the problem.
6 kills in like 2 seconds, and I can't believe they don't use Nota to sacrifice. He takes that scout back to tunnels and he covers what is maybe the most prominent position in that B site, which is a back plat with a Galil. As soon as that player uncrouches, he gets scout headshot. Nota has to hit that kill or G2 win to the clock. It's a very thin margin, but it is a round nonetheless here for PARIVISION. A 5v3 retake, they get it done. Great clear in middle as well. I feel like I'm just blazing PARIVISION, but right now they're winning from
it's hard
every
not to.
position. They're winning from winning positions, they're winning from losing positions. They are making it look perfect. Just a great game from these guys.
Bit more money put into this one for G2 as now they're clutching at straws, trying to figure out how to save this half. Jame brings out his AWP. And an early fight in mid for Nota. Not looking to get run out by the pistols when that first kill doesn't go his way. He'll just extinguish and fall on back, hand off that short battle to Jame on the AWP. And that frees up extra bodies to make their way over towards B. You've got Jame entrenched at the car. He's in a good position just to shut down the short play. You've got Nota holding on to middle. Second man linking up in the B site. Zelo and Belchanok are ready to receive. They've anticipated a B play here. They've anticipated the mid to B. Smoke even blocked again as they catch it once more, trying to thwart this game plan of G2. PARIVISION know exactly what's coming their way. Can they deal with it? M4s churn through the tunnels. And even as MATYS and PVISION get out with a couple of kills to try and make things interesting, the mid player arrives, can't do it. MATYS dead. Zelo puts on a show.
How the hell does he get those last 2 kills? That is 4 frags, back plat, both players looking his way, and he just uncrouches, bop, bop, good night, G2, you can't frag your way out of this game. It is impossible. PARIVISION are hitting harder. They want it more. They are winning when they should have no chance. Some sickening round closes coming out from PARIVISION right now. I would be mad. Unstoppable, even on this CT side. G2, it might be 0-2 here in the Swiss. As PARIVISION just have to push forward for 2 more rounds. In a near perfect game.
And you just feel like it's such a hard fight to try and come back into. Like, you're being outmaneuvered and you're being outgunned. You can't rely on the individuals. And James been calling rings around them since Inferno. You don't have any of the usual tools in the arsenal, as everyone's kind of struggled to really leave much of an impression here on Dust. That only makes life harder. This PARIVISION squad are a very tactically demanding team. Oh, Jame won't escape. MATYS has just opened up a B play. G2, do they want to try and go back? That's what PARIVISION are anticipating here. They've actually left the A site just to the care of Nota. Gets the spot on this PVISION AWP. That's the bomb as well. Now they try and scale to deal with him. They'll shut him down. G2 couldn't change their mind. Again, they have been outmaneuvered in the mid-round by PARIVISION.
It felt like it was a loss no matter what they did, right? They go into A instead. Nota somehow gets a double, able to hide for his teammate to find the last. And even if they go back, PARIVISION have pushed long. They're backing off the B. They're ready for that rotate. It's a lose-lose situation. How can they be in both sides at the same time? A man down. PARIVISION box him up. They save him for later. Take him out.
Running and gunning, not the answer. Nota ready to receive, and PARIVISION, one hell of a recovery in this series from the slow start. Really turning up in time for Inferno. You don't get to see them on all too often. And then they arrive at their other home, the holiday home of Dust2. After Mirage didn't work out and they exert full control. Jame and the gang at their very best. And this is how it feels, man, when they're really in their element, especially here on Dust. They're able to make teams look lost.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like G2 don't play Dust2. This was a handshake. This was meant to be a mutual agreement. And yeah, you're dead on. They've had some incredibly legit wins on this map.
Oh, sorry, not Vitality. I'm making that up.
That's fine.
That was Inferno.
Make up all the stats you want, Hugo. It's not going to save them.
Nothing will at this point, because Nota is right behind, and he looks to lock in this series win. 2 kills, a 1v5 for Captain Hunter, and he should be done for. PARIVISION 15 seconds to recover in this tournament. Bouncing back from 0-1 yesterday, they pulled MOUZ, and now they take down G2. Excellent match, excellent 2 maps here for PARIVISION, who got blown out on Mirage. It took a comeback that couldn't materialize, and then they don't let G2 back into the game.
Yeah, dude, I mean, you know, you could see it on Inferno. It lit a real fire under them. Jame